Facts Only Test Prep.
Welcome to Facts Only Test Prep. We're called Facts Only because we give you everything you need and nothing you don't when it comes to the SAT. So please enjoy the next video.
Sine, cosine.
When students see sine and cosine show up on the SAT, they get really intimidated. They assume that they're going to have to use like a trig identity or a trig property. And a lot of the time, students use this as an excuse to bail out of the test altogether. What I've assembled for you in this video is a set of the rules that you do need to know, a couple examples of how to use them, and a reminder that if you know this stuff, you can kind of put the rest away until you get to college. Unless you become an English major like I did, and then you won't need to learn them until you become a math teacher like I also did. Anyway, here we go. The trig rules for the SAT are: number one, in a right triangle, for the two non-right angles, the sine of one angle is equal to the cosine of the other. In a right triangle, the two non-right angles will always have a sum of 90 degrees. They'll add up to 90 degrees. If the sine of one angle is equal to the cosine of another angle, the sum of the angles is 90 degrees. And 90 degrees minus x degrees means the other non-right angle. Think about it. If a triangle is 180 degrees, 90 of those degrees are taken up by the right angle. The other two have to add up to 90. That's all that I'm talking about there. Something else that you'll need to know is SOHCAHTOA. Sine is the opposite side over the hypotenuse of a triangle. Cosine is the adjacent side over the hypotenuse of a triangle. Tangent is the opposite side over the adjacent side of a triangle. I haven't even seen a tangent question come up yet, but everybody should know SOHCAHTOA. For today's questions, you're going to need to use Test 1, Section 3, number 19, and Test 3, Section 4, number 23. Pause the video, take a moment to go to factsonlytestprep.com, hit those links, and let's get started. This is question 19 from Test 1, Section 3. Look at all of this. We've got all of the characters from my earlier instruction. Cosine of 90 degrees minus x degrees. They're telling us that sine of x degrees equals 4 over 5. This is terrifying, right? Not necessarily. They're telling us that it's a right triangle. If they don't show us the triangle, I always recommend that you draw the triangle. One angle measures x degrees. Okay. We know that there's a right angle. We also know that they're telling us they want cosine of 90 degrees minus x degrees. Remember, this just means the other angle. So this particular quantity is 90 degrees minus x degrees. It just means the other angle. So that's what they're asking us. Sine of x is cosine of the other angle. Now you know from my earlier rules that the sine of one angle is equal to the cosine of another angle. And so that right away tells us that your answer should be 4 over 5. I'm going to prove this as well. If sine of x is 4 over 5, sine, so, is opposite over hypotenuse, 4 and 5. Cosine, ca, is adjacent over hypotenuse. So the opposite side of x is equal to the adjacent side of the other angle. Either way, your answer is 4 over 5 or 0.8. You could bubble in either for this particular section. When I say you can bubble in either, they will accept either the fraction form of the answer, 4 over 5, or the decimal form of the answer, 0.8. Either one works, just get it right. Let's do another one. This one, students are not sure if they're right angles. They don't know how to approach question 23, test 3, section 4. But we are given this information. Sine of A equals cosine of B. Remember from my earlier information that if the sine of one angle is equal to the cosine of another angle, the sum of the angles must be 90 degrees. All of my rules are basically different sides of the same coin, or of the same die, as it were. So in this case, because the sine of A is equal to the cosine of B, we can say that A plus B must equal 90. That's kind of nice. Now we can just do some algebra. This is easy. Let's say that 4k minus 22 plus 6k minus 13 equals 90. We've got to combine some like terms. 4k and 6k add up to 10k. Negative 22 minus 13 adds up to negative 35. So we get 10k minus 35 equals 90. Let's add 35 to both sides. Isn't it nice that I'm doing like 8th grade algebra in front of you guys now? Now we get 10k equals 125. Divide both sides by 10. K equals 12.5. Your answer is C. So again, you start off by looking at a question, you think that you're going to have to use like a trig identity or maybe the unit circle or some other obscure property. Most of what they're working with is a check on the first 4 concepts that I gave you in this video. And if you stick to those and you know your basic SOHCAHTOA, you should be able to solve any question involving sine or cosine on the SAT. Good luck, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure that you like us and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll get information on the new videos as soon as they're available. It helps us a lot. Also, visit us at factsonlytestprep.com. That's where you'll find links to the tests that I use in my lessons, along with some other resources that we prepared for you. Thanks and good luck.